Imagine for a second that power is a physical substance. Most people treat it like sand. The more they try to grab it and scream for it, the faster it slips through their fingers. But a select few, a very small group, treat it like a vacuum. They don't reach for it. They create a void that power is forced to fill. You've definitely seen these people. They aren't the loudest in the room. In fact, they are often the quietest. Yet when they move, the entire room shifts. When they speak, the air thins and everyone listens. For years, I've been studying this invisible elite. I'm not talking about celebrities, but the people who command respect in every boardroom and social circle they enter, almost effortlessly. Through this, I discovered that high-value individuals operate on a psychological frequency that 99% of people simply don't understand or even know exists. Today, I'm peeling back the curtain. I'm going to show you 5 specific high-leverage habits that will stop you from being a background character in your own life and start positioning you as a leader. And you'll want to pay very close attention to the 4th habit. It's something I call the observer's paradox, and it's the reason why some people can win an argument without saying a single word. If you're tired of being the person everyone talks over, if you feel invisible in meetings or social gatherings, then stay with me. We're changing that today. But before we dive in, do me a small favor. Comment the word leader below if you recommitted to finishing this video. It's a small action, but it signals to your brain that you're here to learn and apply, not just to consume content passively. Alright, let's get into it. The first habit is the law of strategic absence. Most people think that to be valuable, you must always be present. You must reply to every text instantly, attend every single event you're invited to, and always have an opinion ready. High-value people know the opposite is true. Value is a direct product of scarcity. Think about it. When you are always available, you become a commodity, something easily accessible and therefore less valued. But when you are selective with your time and energy, you become a prize. People start to value your presence more because it's not guaranteed. This applies to your words, too. If you provide an answer every time someone asks a question, your brain is perceived as a free, unlimited resource. But when you withhold your input until it's absolutely necessary, until the moment it will have the most impact, your words are treated like gold. So start being strategically absent. You don't have to ghost people, but you can let them wonder where you are sometimes. Let them wonder what you think. Don't be the first to speak in every conversation. Your silence will create a space that only valuable input can fill. This leads us directly to the second habit, the 2-second pressure gap. This is a neurohack that changes the power dynamic of any conversation instantly. It's incredibly simple but profoundly effective. When someone asks you a question or finishes a sentence, do not respond immediately. Wait exactly 2 seconds while maintaining relaxed eye contact. In human psychology, the person who rushes to fill the silence is often the person who is seeking approval. They're uncomfortable with the pause and feel the need to validate themselves. By holding that 2-second gap, you are non-verbally demonstrating that you are not intimidated by the silence. You are the one who dictates the pace of the conversation. This small pressure gap forces the other person to process your importance before you even open your mouth. It signals confidence, thoughtfulness, and control. It makes them wait for your response, subconsciously elevating the value of what you're about to say. Try it in your next conversation and watch the dynamic shift in your favor. Now for the 3rd habit, which is crucial for maintaining your internal state: controlled emotional indifference. The world will constantly try to provoke a reaction from you. People will try to insult you, circumstances will frustrate you, and chaos will try to pull you into its storm. Most people are like puppets. If someone pulls the anger string, they get angry. If they pull the anxiety string, they get anxious. High-value people have cut their strings. They practice what I call the neutral buffer. When someone tries to trigger you, instead of reacting, you look at them with pure, calm curiosity, almost as if you are a scientist observing a strange insect. You're not judging them. You're just observing their behavior without letting it affect your own emotional state. When you refuse to be moved emotionally, when you don't give people the reaction they're looking for, you become the most stable point in the room. And people naturally, instinctively gravitate towards stability. Your calmness becomes a source of strength, not just for you, but for everyone around you. Okay, let's talk about the 4th habit, the one I mentioned at the beginning, the observer's paradox. This is the secret that separates the masters from the amateurs. while everyone else is desperately trying to be seen and heard. The high-value individual is busy seeing. Stop trying to project an image of confidence or intelligence. Instead, shift your focus outward. Start deconstructing the environment around you. Notice the micro-expressions on people's faces. Notice who is tapping their foot nervously, who is avoiding eye contact, and who is truly in charge, not just by title but by influence. When you stop talking so much, your observational intelligence skyrockets. You absorb information that everyone else misses because they re too busy planning what they re going to say next. So when you finally do speak, you won't be guessing. You won't be sharing a generic opinion. You will be speaking directly to the unspoken truth of the situation. This makes you look like a mind reader, but in reality, you were just the only one in the room who was actually paying attention. This brings us to our fifth and final habit, the ultimate command tool, the information debt. In any interaction, the person who knows more has the leverage. It's that simple. Most people, in an attempt to be liked or to build rapport, spill their entire life story in the first 10 minutes of meeting someone new. They talk about their weaknesses, their goals, their problems. They give away all their leverage for free. High-value people do the exact opposite. They make the other person talk. They become masters of asking deep, open-ended questions. Not how are you, but what's been the most challenging part of your week? These questions force the other person to reveal their motivations, their fears, and their plans. This creates what I call an information debt. The more they know about you, the more power they have over you. The more you know about them, the more you command the relationship. It's not about being secretive or manipulative. It's about being strategic. Keep your cards close to your chest and let the world show you theirs first. So let's do a quick recap. Respect isn't a gift that people just give you. It's a direct reflection of how you treat yourself. If you value your time, if you value your words, and if you value your own emotional state, the world has no choice but to follow suit and value them too. To summarize the 5 habits. 1. Become scarce to become valuable. 2. Use the 2-second gap to command the pace of any conversation. 3. Stay emotionally neutral to stay in control. 4. Observe the room to master the unspoken truth. And 5. Collect information, don't just give it away. If you found real value in this breakdown, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe. We're building a community of people who refuse to play small, who are committed to becoming the leaders in their own lives. Now, here's your homework. Don't just watch this video and forget about it. Pick one of these 5 habits, just one, and consciously apply it for the next 24 hours. You won't just see a difference in how people treat you. You'll feel a profound difference in how you see yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.